Hey, welcome back, friends. Thanks for joining me again. I decided it's Friday, and in our family we do celebrate Shabbat, and so I thought I would make a Bam challah bread and show you how it's done. I know everybody thinks, on THM it's probably impossible, especially without eggs, but I've been doing it for a long time so that my family can still celebrate Shabbat with a challah-like bread. And I'll tell you the trick to that is this bread mold right here. It works perfectly for the challah, and when I use it, I put it on a baking pan because this is pretty flimsy. It's a silicone pan, and this way, this gives it some structure when you're putting it in the oven and taking it out. So, of course, I'm going to be making the recipe egg-free today. So you get to follow along with that. I do have it on my blog as well, and I will link that for you too. And I wanted to just show you guys my cute little apron. Isn't this absolutely darling? My bestie in New York, I can't even talk. My bestie in New York, Catherine, she made this for me. She's an amazing seamstress. It even says my name right here, Oil of Joy. I just love it. Has a little butterfly, and I think I have another little butterfly here on the waist and one up here on the chest portion. Isn't it so cute? So anyway, okay, well, let's get making some challah. I have my computer here ready to help me know what my tips are because I don't memorize those all the time. I'm gonna use a big glass bowl, and I just dug into my back pantry to get out enough oat flour, which, whew, that was a workout in itself. My pantry where we keep bulk foods is hidden under a staircase, not hidden, but it's under a staircase and it's not easy to access. So I got in there and I was practically doing burpees to get in and out. But anyways, it's done. I have a full container again of oat flour and I am ready to bake. So I've already got my oven preheating to 350 and I'm gonna start adding in the things. Now this cake is traditionally a banana flavored cake and I don't want that. I want a cinnamon flavored cake. And actually this is gonna be cinnamon apple, which ironically would make a perfect cake also for Rosh Hashana if you are celebrating that as well. So I buy applesauce in little containers like this. I get the organic. This is Members Mark, so it came from Sam's Club. I don't generally eat enough applesauce to open a big container, so this is a great way to get applesauce for your recipes, but not commit to eating up a whole container of applesauce. So anyway, so basically this recipe is so easy. You're gonna just combine everything in a bowl. So I've already got all my supplies out, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in my oat flour here that I've got. It's a little shy, filled up again. And this cake, I will tell you, is very forgiving. One of those cups wasn't quite full, so I'm adding just a pinch more. This recipe is super forgiving. I have made this in multiple ways. I've done the original Bam with banana and it was good. And I've done this apple spice version many times because it's by far my favorite. Okay, I also got to refill this. I figured if I'm in there, I might as well, right? This is rolled oats. And so I'm gonna add that. And this recipe, I will tell you, because you guys are probably wondering, where's the recipe? I can't give it out, but it's in this cookbook. This is the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook. It's the first cookbook after the original book that was the plan and recipes together. And so it's on page 298 in the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook. This recipe does originally take dairy and egg, and I have removed both so that it's good for all of us. And then if you're gluten-free and you can tolerate gluten-free oats, you can buy gluten-free oat flour, which I do. I get mine through Azure Standard, so I do big bulk buying for these things. And if you're interested, I'll link Azure below or in the description box so you can find it too. But like I said, this recipe is super forgiving. You can do a ton of things. I've made it an apple spice cake where I cut up apple and put it in there and have little pieces of that. You can make it a pumpkin spice cake, which is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so next we are going to add salt. I should probably actually follow the recipe here. I need to get one of those little salt things, that you can actually pinch out of and measure. I don't know what to call it, little salt well, something like that. Okay, and then we need baking powder and baking soda. I don't know if you guys remember, but I have this pretty fun baking cart right here that I keep. I'll kind of show you. I'll link to the video, but it makes it so handy when I want to bake because all my things are just right at my fingertips and I don't have to go searching for anything. So this is the baking soda right here. So we'll add that. And then we need the baking powder, which is always right below or above, depending on which one I pull first. So we'll add that. Okay. And it calls for gentle sweet, but I'm gonna use super sweet blend. I am not using gentle sweet for any, I'm actually gonna phase it out of my home now because my daughter adopted a puppy and I don't wanna take any risk with the xylitol, although I did buy the new gentle sweet that's xylitol free. So they make that too, which is great, but in my cupboard, I still have my old xylitol. So I only use that when I'm making single serves and I'm not watching the puppy at the same time. You just, a puppy's crazy. That's all I gotta say. So we're gonna put sweetener in there. All right. And this also calls for additional stevia extract, but because I use super sweet blend, I don't need to add that in. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a stir and get my dry ingredients mixed up. This recipe, I'm telling you guys, so easy, and it's gonna make the most beautiful, beautiful loaf of challah that doesn't need braiding. Although I will tell you, I adore working with bread dough, and I do dearly miss it. And so I've decided, my son and daughter-in-law, they just, I told you guys in that video, I'm a new grandma. And so they just had their first baby. And so when we go up to see them, I plan to always bring things to them, and they can eat all the good things. So I'll be doing that. And actually, I taught my daughter this week how to make my cinnamon roll recipe, which is not THM, so I won't be sharing it on here. But it is phenomenal. and working with that dough, I don't know, there's something it's a very creative process to me. I love it. It hits all the right notes inside of me. It makes me feel happy inside. And I'm always up for good things to make me feel happy inside. So, okay, so now this recipe, my tweak is 1 cup of applesauce. I can share that because it's my own recipe. I mean, my own tweaks, so off my blog. So I put in a cup of applesauce. Let me see, what else do I do? Oh, and then you can put, see, that's just shy, but that'll be fine. You can put a couple scoops of collagen in, but it just boosts the protein a little because it's missing that since you're not using the Greek yogurt that's in it. And so if you want it just for a meal by itself for breakfast or something like that, it's kind of nice to add that, but I'm not going to, because I can, if I decide to have some of this for breakfast one day, I can add any protein to my tea and I can round it out that way. So let me see here, let me read my notes. All right, so we have all the dry ingredients, and we are going to add in our applesauce. I think I might have to add in, I'm supposed to add in milk, but I will tell you guys, I know I'm out of milk right now. We're gonna get this rolling, but I think this might be enough. We'll have to see how thick it is. But it usually comes together pretty good with just that. But if I need it to get a little runnier, I'll just add a little water, because my applesauce was just shy of a cup, but I'm not gonna open a whole nother container to round out that 1 cup measurement. But actually, you know, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty darn good. So it's just a nice, you know, fluffy cake kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of a cakey texture prior to baking, maybe a little bit thicker. And so now for this guy, to make sure that, oh, you know what I forgot? My goodness, cinnamon, you guys. Oh my word, that would have been a disaster. Although honestly, it wouldn't have. If I had totally forgotten to put in the cinnamon, you know what I would have done? I would have just topped it with cinnamon instead. There we go. Okay, I like a lot of cinnamon, so I'm probably gonna put in 2 teaspoons worth, I think. I mean, truthfully, I'd probably put a tablespoon, but, well, you know what? Change my mind, we're going for the tablespoon. Okay, now we're gonna try to just get that folded in gently really quick. I love it cinnamony, it's my favorite. Cinnamon is so good for you in so many ways. It's great for blood sugar regulation and all kinds of good stuff. Okay, good enough. So I have a little bit of, oh, whoa, the lid fell off. Okay, I have a little avocado oil here. This is an important step. You definitely need to spray your pan. And I'll tell you that this isn't gonna fill this, but that's totally okay. We're just gonna make sure that it's level when we're done filling. So we're gonna just give it a good spray and make sure that's gonna come out of there when we're finished. Let me make a little space here. Getting crowded. Okay, and then we want our tray, okay? So we're gonna just pour this in. See, it's a little thicker than your average. I probably could have added some liquid, but like I told you guys, I am serious. This recipe is unbelievably forgiving, truly. It's great. I've actually made this recipe into donuts before. I have that on my blog, I think, or it might be in the Trim Healthy Mama allergy group. But I made it into donuts and then I topped it with a caramel glaze. Oh my word, it was phenomenal. And I don't know what it is because it's exactly the same recipe, but when you shape it like a donut, it becomes something more fun. So now I'm just gonna kind of push this out to level out the bottom half of it. And then I'll show you what I did here. Trying to get all of it in there as much as I can. All right, so that's good enough. So there it is. See, it doesn't even fill it. It's probably filling it to about this first top portion, but it's gonna come out beautiful and it will rise up a little bit, but it's gonna be really pretty. So I will show you guys when it's all done, all right? I'll be back soon. Okay, friends, welcome back. It's done, it's beautiful. I actually maybe overbaked it by just a little bit, but I was busy running around here cleaning and I wasn't paying as close of attention to it as I should have been. So anyway, the silicone stays pretty cool, and generally speaking, when I'm gonna try to bust this thing out of here, I will loosen the edges up a little bit like this and just kind of pull it away in hopes that I do not break my challah as I flip this over. And then I put my cooling rack on it like that. Okay, I can't believe I'm gonna actually do this on video. I get nervous enough doing it not on video that I'm probably crazy for this, but here we go. Okay, let me move this hot pan out of the way. Okay, prayerfully this all came out right. Let's see. Ooh, yes! Look at that beauty, guys. It did good. It's a gorgeous little challah loaf. It's perfect, perfect, perfect. My husband doesn't eat a whole lot of oats and such, but he will eat some of this tonight. It is a little bit darker than I would have liked, but to be honest, I think some of that is the cinnamon because I added quite a bit. And then in a minute, when this cools, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my beautiful challah board that I've got. And then I got this many, many, many years ago. It shows its age, but it's a beautiful challah cover. And we will enjoy a peaceful night, my husband and I, together this evening with our challah and dinner, and I don't even know what dinner's gonna be yet. So anyways, I hope you guys have a blessed day. God bless you all. Thank you for watching. If you ever have questions or things you think I could help you with being an allergy mama, please let me know. I'm more than happy to share what I've learned in the years I've been doing this. And if you have ideas, share them with me, and then I can share them with the world if you don't mind. Anyway, thank you again. God bless you all. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.